is a story of Austin, Texas. I'm speaking to you from Carswell Air Force Base in Fort Worth. A rather strange locality to be telling a story of Austin, you may say. But not really. For this is a story of sonic booms, and Carswell Air Force Base plays a major role in our story.
Take an average day in Austin, Texas. It's just like many other cities, busy, growing. Hotter than some, prettier than most. A state capital city. A university city. A city with a heritage. And a future. A nice place to raise a family. Or spend a vacation. A good town in which to retire. Or see a football game. Austin has a good cultural element. Wonderful recreational facilities. She has an Air Force base. And a town lake named Town Lake. But she also has another thing that the average city doesn't have. Loud, thundering, ear-ringing booms are almost daily occurrences in Austin, Texas. And this makes Austin a little different from the average city. How does Austin react to these noise bursts from the sky? Here are some typical reactions. Some people are not affected by the sonic booms, but this man is. He's Major Theodore White, Public Information Officer at Bergstrom Air Force Base, the man in charge of answering complaints from the local citizens regarding sonic booms.
Office of Information, Major White speaking. No, ma'am, that was no bomb. That was a sonic boom. Sonic boom? Sonic boom is a pressure wave that's caused by an aircraft going faster than the speed of sound. No, ma'am, that was not a Bergstrom aircraft. No, ma'am, I don't believe that sonic booms would cause sea milk to clabber. No, ma'am, there will be no more sonic booms tonight. No, ma'am, we cannot control the time of day we have sonic booms. SAC has to fly all hours of the day or night. No, ma'am, I don't believe that the sonic boom could knock a brick out of your fireplace.
We're talking with Colonel R.I. Langford, Base Commander, Bergstrom Air Force Base. Colonel, do you receive many such calls as these?
Originally, when the sonic boom first started in the Austin area, we did receive quite a few cactus, but they're decreasing as the public becomes educated to the problem.
Mm-hmm. Do these calls take the nature of a complaint, usually?
Yes, I would say most calls are in the form of a complaint.
Mm-hmm. What do they complain about? What do they say?
Oh, it varies from many and sundry topics, all the way from people with heart trouble, animals, destruction to buildings, homes.
You said you get complaints about animals. Can you be specific there and relate any certain instances?
Fellow up in the hill country, I believe it was around Burnett, that called about his problems around his ranch, and that every time a sonic boom would go off, it seems like every skunk in the neighborhood would turn loose, and he just couldn't stand it any longer. He was
has there been any
skunked out.
Has there been any scientific research into this area?
Not that I know of, except it's enough to disturb most anybody, including the skunks.
Are these sonic booms caused by Bergstrom-based planes?
No. Cactus, they are not caused by airplanes. They're caused by strategic air command aircraft that are based in other areas. But the aircraft based at Bergstrom are the B-52s and KC-135 tanker refueling aircraft. And incidentally, the B-52 is the bomber. These aircraft are subsonic, and of course you have to pass through the speed of sound and be supersonic to create a sonic boom.
The Bergstrom-based planes are incapable of creating a sonic boom.
This is true.
What exactly does cause these thunderous booms? We decided to ask a cross-section of Austinites their opinion on the subject. We received a variety of answers.
I don't like them. They make me nervous.
I see. What do you think causes these sonic booms?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Do you think the sonic booms do damage to homes?
I know they do very well because they knocked a two-by-four down in our garage and broke one of our large windows in our back bedroom. So I know they do. There's no question about it.
Do you think that these sonic booms are necessary, sir?
Well, that I don't know.
Well, I don't know. They come right over my house and all. They used to scare the kids. Now they're used to it, and it hasn't caused any damage at my house.
See. Why do you think Austin has so many sonic booms?
Well, they're just on the route.
What do you think causes the sonic booms that we have over Austin? These loud explosions.
Well, I think it's pretty good.
What do you think causes these booms?
Well, they tell me it's because of war. Show men be up there, you know, where it show it. Let them know if there's anything happen, let them know.
Where do you think these jets come from?
Oh, I stay out here, camps with, out here to the camp out here.
Ma'am, what do you think causes the sonic boom?
It's the B-52s.
From where?
All over.
I see.
New Mexico, Arizona.
Why do you think they fly over Austin specifically?
Well, they are in the Air Force, working with the Army Nike sites around the country. And
what do you think of sonic booms?
I think they're getting ready for the future, preparing for the bombs that are coming up. If we should go to war, we be prepared for them.
What do you think causes these sonic booms?
It's a sound barrier when they go into the barrier. Well, when they come out of it, well, that's what makes a boom.
When you say they, what do you mean?
Well, the planes, the jets.
What type of jets do you think cause the sonic boom?
Well, I'm really not familiar with the jets. I mean, the planes and all, but you can see them going into it and it's coming out of it.
How long do you think they last?
You mean in the length of time, or? Oh, I'd say anywhere from 3 to 5 or 8 minutes. So.
In my opinion, as I've heard, it's as the airplane breaks the sound barrier, it causes a sonic boom.
Do you know what type of airplane is causing these booms over Austin?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
You wouldn't know where they are based then?
I understand they're based out of San Antonio and out of Bergstrom Field.
Do they disturb you personally?
Well, occasionally, yes, but I'd certainly rather have them than not have them.
Do you know where these planes come from that cause the booms over Austin?
Well, let's see, they're out of Fort Worth, aren't they?
Do you think that these sonic booms cause any structural damage?
Well, I tell you what, they shake up my antique dishes and it scares my dog to death. I'll tell you what, I have to hold her for an hour after one of them comes over.
What is your opinion of these sonic booms?
Well, my opinion, personally, it's feeling of security.
Why do you think Austin is subjected to so many sonic booms?
Actually, I don't think Austin is rejected sonic booms at all, because and all the people I've talked to, they say, well, that's something we've got to live with, and I think so too. I don't think it is necessary that we object to it. I don't think we're just used to it.
Do you think that sonic booms cause skunks to turn loose?
Well, I don't know whether it calls skunks turn loose now, but it's caused a few people, I imagine, turn loose.
So you can see there's some confusion regarding the sonic booms. We decided to clear up the haze, to trace a sonic boom from its source. That's why we came here to Carswell Air Force Base at Fort Worth, Texas. Here is a sonic boom before it happens. The B-58 Hustler jet bomber, the world's fastest bomber. There are only 2 wings of these bombers in the entire nation, and one of them is based here at Carswell, the other at Bunker Hill, Peru, Indiana. The man you see now will no doubt be recognized by many of you. He was one of the pilots on Jimmy Doolittle's famous B-25 raid over Tokyo during World War II. He is also a recent past commander of Bergstrom Air Force Base in Austin. And now he is the 43rd Bomb Wing Commander here at Carswell. He is Colonel Everett Holstrom, known to most people as Brick Holstrom. Brick, is an old B-25 and B-52 man, how do you like flying the B-58?
Oh, I think it's terrific, Cactus.
Can you tell us, I know you can't tell everything, but can you tell us some of the capabilities and some of the characteristics of this airplane?
Well, first I would like to say we here at Carswell are very proud of the B-58. It's the first and only supersonic bomber in the world, and as such represents a terrific breakthrough in aviation technology. Its needle nose and Coke bottle design permits the aircraft to obtain twice the speed of sound. It has a honeycomb construction which enables the crew and the aircraft to obtain, to be able to handle the terrific changes in temperature that you encounter going at supersonic speeds. The air crew consists of a pilot, a navigator, and a defensive system operator. All of these people are volunteers for the program and have had years of experience in flying subsonic bombers such as the B-47 and the B-52s.
Now, these are volunteers, Brick, because this is, could you call this still in the experimental stage, this program?
No, we have enough people that want to get into the program that we don't want to take people that do not want to volunteer for the job.
I see. Now, you said you had a pilot, a navigator, and what is the third person?
Defensive system operator. He protects the aircraft against ground air missiles and other fighters and such things as that.
Now, what is the job of the B-58? Why of the B-58, Brick?
Well, the B-58... in case of war, we would react the same as any other air crew and aircraft in Strategic Air Command. That is, the airplane would take off and go to its target and drop a thermonuclear bomb. The difference is this, Cactus, that this aircraft, traveling at the terrific speed that it travels, will have a much higher survivability rate. Therefore, it can do its job more effectively than any other aircraft.
Now, Brick, why do the B-58s fly over Austin?
Well, Austin, like many other cities in the United States, has similar layouts to many of our potential targets. That is, it has a major military airport. It has rivers in a certain pattern. And we're able to obtain realistic training in recognizing and seeking out these type of targets by launching our crews on simulated missions against these friendly targets.
In other words, the geographic location of Austin, could we say, is comparable to a prime target in Russia?
Yes, and of course, in addition to that, we have the Nike sites down there, which are able to, by electronic computation, score the accuracy of our bombing, and that's why Austin is one of our prime, what we call friendly targets.
Now, here's how it happens.
This is Navigator. You're approaching acceleration point, 600 miles to target. Start acceleration, 30 seconds.
Roger, Walt. Start acceleration checkpoint. 600 miles out at 0722. Let's get it in high gear.
Roger, acceleration checkpoint. Third station going on oxygen. Operator, we're cleared for target. Bomb run checklist complete. I have the target on scope now. 300 seconds to go till bomb's away. Over. 20 seconds, tone on.
Now, Brick, in your opinion, how important are these B-58 missions to the United States?
Extremely important, Cactus. If we are going to be able to prepare for global warfare at supersonic speeds, we must practice supersonic tactics. The air crews are traveling at the rate of about over 2,000 feet per second, and they must have their reactions honed to a high degree in order to cope with events that happen at a rapid rate of sequence. In short, what we're trying to do is to teach our crews to think at supersonic speeds in order to be able to conduct warfare at supersonic speeds.
What effects, other than their jarring of the nerves, do the sonic booms have? Can a sonic boom cause actual damage to property? For this answer, we turn to another former Austinite, the past commander, Bergstrom Air Force Base, now 19th Air Division commander at Carswell Air Force Base, Brigadier General Howard W. Moore. General, can you tell me how many other cities like Austin are exposed regularly to sonic booms by the B-58s?
Well, there are about 4 other metropolitan areas outside of the Texas area that is exposed daily to the sonic boom. Now, I'm speaking primarily of the B-58 activity.
Mm-hmm. Then Austin's experience is not a unique one.
Not at all. Not at all. However, I might add that we consider Austin the all-American city due to the lack of complaints that we receive from the Austin area in comparison to the other metropolitan areas in the United States. Mm-hmm. We feel that the Austin people understand our problems and realize the job that we're doing for the defense of our country.
Mm-hmm. How much damage can the sonic boom inflict?
Very little, Cactus. As a matter of fact, all of our flights are restricted to fly above 35,000 feet. The reason being that the higher we fly, the less possibility of any type of damage.
Mm-hmm. Now, as to the damage, who pays for the damage that is done, say broken windows?
Well, this is all handled through the legal department of the Air Force and primarily through the air materiel areas. Should any damage be incurred, the complaint should be made to the nearest Air Force station, and they in turn we'll turn it over to the legal section and the Air Materiel Command area.
What sort of damage do you have reported most frequently?
Well, most frequently, it's the same type of damage that you would normally have during a severe thunderstorm. We get some cracks in plastering and the bric-a-brac on shells. If they're close together, they will vibrate and possibly chip. But as far as structural damage is concerned, the possibility is almost nil of any structural damage.
Is it likely that Austin will continue as a friendly target for some time, or will it be discontinued in the future?
Well, as far as I can see right now, in the foreseeable future, we have no plans to change the route through Austin.
But we still haven't discovered what causes the sonic boom. We know that the B-58 makes it happen, but what happened? What causes the noise? For the answer, we turn to Mr. Lloyd Turner of General Dynamics. General Dynamics of Fort Worth, Texas, makes the B-58 bombers. Mr. Turner is assistant to the president.
Well, sonic booms are man-made thunder caused by aircraft flying faster than the speed of sound. They're shock waves or pressure waves that follow the airplane as long as it's flying supersonically. This is a B-58, and dragging with it in the form of a pressure cone is this sonic or pressure wave. And a person on the ground, at the instant that passes over him, he hears it as a sonic boom. And a few seconds later, or a few minutes later, somebody in the flight path in the same direction, he would hear it as a sonic boom. And as long as an airplane is flying supersonically, it's dragging a pressure wave or a sonic boom along with it.
Does the speed of the airplane affect the intensity of the boom?
Well, to some extent, the speed of the airplane has something to do with it, and the size of the airplane has something to do with it. But the factor that has most to do with it is the altitude of the airplane. Now, you'll note from this chart that the higher the airplane is flying, or the smaller the boom. This is true of the B-58, or it's true of the numerous other airplanes that fly supersonically.
Now, does the atmosphere control have any effect upon the intensity of the booms?
Yes, the atmosphere would have something to do with it. The terrain would have something to do with it. Temperature would. Clouds would. Various factors enter into it.
It looks like, with the advent of commercial airplanes going supersonic, as they undoubtedly will in a few years, that we are going to be subjected to more sonic booms in the future than we are now experiencing. Is this true?
Well, this is probably true.
Is the aircraft industry concerned about sonic booms?
We are certainly studying it here, and I'm sure that other aircraft companies are studying it. And as you know, we have been conducting a rather thorough, making a rather major effort to explain sonic booms in the cities where B-58s are operating. The Strategic Air Command and General Dynamics Corporation are trying to explain to these people that they are
Yes.
part of supersonic training.
But I was referring to scientific research to physically eliminate the boom through design of airplane, etc., whatever.
Yes, well, I don't think the design of the airplane can solve it, but there may be something else that will turn up, like jet noises. They thought they probably couldn't be lessened, but they have been lessened appreciably. And that probably will, even if they can't eliminate sonic booms, there might be some way that they could minimize them. And the aircraft industry is working in that direction, and I'm sure that the Air Force and the Navy are also working in that direction.
So it would seem that the sonic boom is here to stay. The theme song of the jet age, the space age. Call it what you may. A nuisance, a frightening experience. It's the sound of security, because the sonic booms heard over Austin are heard all the way to Moscow, and they're even louder when they reach there. Apparently, our new generation accepts a sonic boom without hardly a second thought. For the boom is as common to them as the backfire of a Model T Ford was to yesterday's generation. And because of the deterring power of the planes that cause the sonic boom, there's a strong likelihood that there will be future generations of Americans to hear and probably complain about sonic booms.